So lucky me, my other daytime running light finally burned out on this side. It had already burned out on the other side, and I've had it replaced. And then this morning, this one just burned out. So Honda initially only had a 3-year, 36,000 mile warranty on the daytime running lights and the headlights on the car. But they've had quite a few problems with it. So they increased that warranty up to 10 years, 100,000 miles maybe. But I'm about 50,000 miles on the car, and it's 4 years, yeah, almost 4 years old. And so I'm going to go ahead and I need to clean the car, but I thought this would be a good opportunity to show you how I clean the engine bay. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to, first I've got this is my Sunjo here, pressure washer that I use. And then here in this bucket, this is my grit guard bucket, which I've already filled pretty much full with water. So it's just plain water that's in that. And so I'm going to take most of all the water from there and pour it into my Sunjo. There's still just a little bit of water left in there from last time. So generally what I'll do is I'll usually bring this water from my apartment and then just dump it into here. There with the grit guard. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is I need to get the battery and put in there. So let me get the battery, show you how to do that. So this is the 40 volt 5 amp hour battery that goes with it. Just shove it in there. Then power. Then there's 3 different settings. I usually just leave it on low, but I think I might actually use high pressure for working in the engine bay. And so it comes with 4 nozzles. There's 3 different ones that's on here. There's a 0, 40, 25. And I think this is the one I usually use most of the time, which is a 15. So we've got the power turned on. Let me move this camera and get it set up a little bit better for you guys. Let's see what I'm doing. Hopefully that works. I don't really have a lot of room in here. I got so much crap in here. I need a bigger garage. So newer cars, everything's pretty much sealed. So, you know, I don't worry really that much about electrical type stuff. But I wouldn't intentionally try to, you know, spray into connectors or anything of that sort. And so Okay. And so now the fun begins. I've got a Griots engine cleaner, and just any kind of APC will work, but you can see I actually have, you know, gallons of Griots products. So why not use it, right? So this is my dedicated engine and wheel brush set, so I'm going to use the largest one. Now the battery I've already replaced on the car. I think my stereo is what fried it. I've got a JL Audio 900/5, which is a 500 watt or a 900 watt amplifier, and I tend to like to use all 900 watts if I can. So I'm going to go through, and then I'm just going to use the brush and do like I've been doing throughout the whole engine. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this. So this is also a good opportunity to get into the cowl area, which you usually don't get into often, and get in there and kind of clean it out a little bit. Any kind of leaves or anything like that that might be hiding. Okay. All right. So I've used the engine cleaner and my brush, and I've actually done all of the under the hood, the underside of the hood, as well as all of the engine bay. And so now I'm going to use the pressure washer and spray all of the spray it all off really good to get rid of all of the degreaser. Forgot, turned itself off. There it goes. So yeah, if you don't use it for 20 seconds or something, it'll automatically shut itself off. Okay. So my engine stays pretty clean for the most part, so that's why I didn't get too, too crazy into it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take some rags and just kind of lightly wipe it off a little bit of the excess water. Should probably use my blower for this. Not going to try to do anything too crazy. I have a fan running behind me, so that's going to help air dry as well. I think I'm going to have to get my bigger drying towels. Yeah, so this morning, checking to make sure it's still running. So this morning, I was parked out in the parking lot, and it was probably about 7 o'clock, and my car still had dew all over it, and they were out mowing the grass. So I got crap all over my car. So I'm gonna have to wash my car this evening too, I think, or do it early in the morning. So I'm thinking about trying the vinyl and rubber. Just kind of spraying it on, see how it does. Okay. So I've got most everything pretty well wiped down. And so the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to use the where is it at? We'll use more of the vinyl and rubber dressing. I'm wondering if I can use this like hyper dressing. Just spray it on and let it set. Curious as to what it'll do. Let's try it and see. This shit's getting all over my windshield, I think. I'll turn this fan off. Yeah, it's a little better. So yeah, I'm using it like hyper dressing. See what it does. So what I've seen most people do with some people do with it is they will just spray it and leave it. So let's let it set for about, what time is it now? It's 15 after 4, so let's let it set for about 15-20 minutes to see what happens. Okay, so I've let it set for a little bit, and yeah, the plastics and stuff is looking really, really good. I'm going to wipe it down just a little bit. Some areas, I don't think it's really super necessary, but go ahead and do it anyway. Knock some of the high stuff off of it. Kind of just help blend it in a little bit better. Yeah, so I don't know if how it compares to hyper dressing, since I've never used hyper dressing. But it seems to be working fairly well. The results looks pretty good so far. Wipe it down just a little bit more and I'll bring you guys in for a little closer look. Yeah, so far I'm liking the results fairly well. I think it's turning out pretty good. Let's just take a look. So it hasn't fully dried, obviously, but you can kind of see, which to be honest, I mean, the engine bay hasn't been really all that dirty to begin with. Yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. So don't know if this evening or in the morning I'll do the rest of the car. It's like I said, there was dew on my car, and when they mowed, shit went all over it. So yeah, there you go.